Very good morning and Jai Hind students. I am Adesh with my subject Accountancy, Chapter 2 Basic Accounting Terms, and the different topics we will cover today class. So till now in this chapter Basic Accounting Terms, we completed 24 to 25 topics: purchase, sales return, purchase return, profits, losses. So many topics we have covered till now in this chapter. Some more topics still left, some more terms still left to cover. So today we will try to complete this chapter by all the accounting terms what are still left. Okay. So in today class we are starting with the term that is bad debts. Okay. So what are bad debts? Debts means the amount which we have to pay, that is the debt. And next is bad. What will be the bad? It means the amount whatever we have to pay, but we are not able to pay that amount, then the debts will be bad. Is it clear? It means a person is not able to pay their amounts against the purchase of goods on credit. किसी पर्सन ने एक अपने goods purchase किए क्रेडिट पर, and then that person is not able to pay that amount to the seller. So whatever the amount is not paid by that purchaser, so that will be the bad debts. Is it clear? Bad debts is that amount when a debtor is not able to pay that amount to the seller. Is it clear? Debtor is that person who is the purchaser from an enterprises or the business, but that person or the debtor is not able to pay the amount of goods, whatever the goods he has purchased on credit. So according to the book, bad debts is the amount, will not come. Bad debt is the amount owed to the business that is written off because it has become irrecoverable. Okay. Now you got it. Bad debt is that amount owed to the business that is written off because it has become irrecoverable. So that is the amount which amount cannot be recovered from the debtor. So that will be the bad debts for the business. Okay. Next one is second topic, balance sheet. Balance sheet is a financial statement of a business, and this statement show the financial positions of that particular business entity. Only that is the balance sheet. In this balance sheet, assets, liability, capitals, all the things are comes under in this balance sheet and in this statement. Okay, so only within a few words I will complete it. So it is a statement of the financial position of an individual or enterprise at a given date. Okay, this balance sheet is prepared on a particular or a specific date. Under this balance sheet, assets, liabilities, capital, reserves, and many more things comes under this balance sheet. Okay, already we have learned in chapter number 5 in accounting equation. We learned to prepare the balance sheet. Okay, so next term is book value. What is book value? The value is written in the accounting book, so that should be the book value of that particular expenses or the assets and liabilities. So it is clear. The book value, whatever the value of particular assets or transaction we have recorded in our accounting book, so that will be the book value of particular assets or particular liability. Okay, so this is the amount, this is the amount at which an item appears in the books of account or फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. ओके, किसी भी चीज़ की वैल्यू, बुक वैल्यू अगर हमने अपने अकाउंट्स में रिकॉर्ड कर रखी है और वो जो वैल्यू वहाँ पर बुक्स में दिखाई देगी, हमारे अकाउंटिंग बुक्स में शो होगी, दैट विल बी द बुक वैल्यू ऑफ पर्टिकुलर ट्रांजेक्शन. फोर्थ वन इज बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट. Books of account, those books under which we record the financial transactions of a particular business. Those books in which we record our financial transactions of a business. So those books are the books of account. Okay, in which book we prepare our business accounts. So those books are the books of accounts. Is it clear? So the records or books in which financial transaction of an entity means business, of an entity are recorded and maintained. That is the books of account. Next one is cost of goods sold. A simple language I will use for this word. Sometimes when we go to any shop and then the shopkeeper say ये तो इतने में मुझे पड़ी है, ओके, कोई भी चीज़ वो हमें सेल करता है तो एट दैट टाइम ही से कि ये तो इतने रुपए का तो मुझे पड़ा है, तो जितने रुपए का उसे पड़ा है दैट इज़ द कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड सोल्ड। एंड आफ्टर दैट व्हाट इज़ द मार्जिन he is taking or what is the extra amount he is taking, that will be the profit, and profit plus cost of goods is equal to the sale. Now we got it. But according to the our accounting, so cost of goods sold is that amount or is that cost on which a particular assets or particular goods we acquire after paying the amount. ओके, जितने में हमने किसी भी चीज़ को परचेज़ किया उसके लिए जो अमाउंट हमने पे किया है दैट अमाउंट इज़ द कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड सोल्ड। ओके, सो cost of goods sold is the direct cost attributable to the production of goods sold and or services rendered. Okay, cost of goods sold is the direct cost attributed to the production of goods sold, जो कि हम गुड सोल्ड करने वाले हैं उनको प्रोड्यूस करने तक के लिए हमारी कितनी कॉस्ट उस पर चार्ज हुई है दैट इज़ द कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड सोल्ड। या कोई सर्विस हम रेंडर कर रहे हैं किसी को और उससे रिलेटेड जो हमारा जो भी डायरेक्ट चार्जेस हमारे उस पर इम्पोज हुए हैं दैट इज़ द कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड सोल्ड। नेक्स्ट वन इज़ सिक्स्थ, डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट। सो फर्स्ट वन इज़ क्रेडिट। If I am say the credit has no specific definition. So credit is changed according to the nature of account and the account. Okay, some accounts are credited and sometimes that particular account is also debited. So it's depend on the nature of account. So the credit have no specific definition which we can write. Only we can say credit is the right side of an account. ओके, जो हम अगर फॉर्मेट बनाए यहाँ पर फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे अमाउंट इधर की साइड में पर्टिकुलर देन अमाउंट देन पर्टिकुलर देन अमाउंट, सो दिस इज द राइट साइड ऑफ दैट अकाउंट इज कॉल्ड द क्रेडिट साइड एंड दिस वर्ड इज derived from an Italian word. So it has been derived from an Italian word that is credito. Okay, similarly if we go according to the debit, so what should be the definition of debit according to the credit? So So debit is the left side of an account. Is it clear? And it is correct also. Okay. So debit is the left side of an account, and it has been derived from an Italian word debito. It is clear. So this is the definition, or we can say the meaning of debit and credit is this. The next term is depreciation. Next one is eight transaction, that is depreciation. What is depreciation? So depreciation is the consumption value of a assets. So depreciation is the consumption value of an assets, or the reduction in value of assets due to its consumption or due to its past of टाइम, या तो टाइम की वजह से उसकी वैल्यू में डिडक्शन हुआ हो, या उसको यूज़ करने से उसकी वैल्यू में डिडक्शन हुआ हो, किसमें, एसेट्स की वैल्यू में डिडक्शन हुआ हो. सो दैट विल बी द डेप्रिशिएशन फॉर दैट एसेट्स. Okay, so according to the definition, or according to the meaning of this, so depreciation is a fall in the value of an assets because or due to, because of uses or with afflux of time. Okay, so that will be the depreciations of the assets. Is it clear? So only this is the meaning of depreciations of particular assets. If there is any fall in value of the assets due to the uses of that assets, or due to the afflux of time, due to passes of time, that will be the depreciation for a business. Next one is entity. Entity is a business enterprises. Simply, if I say entity is a business enterprises, or we can say entity is a that economic unit which is perform the economic activity in society. Is it clear? So entity is an that economic unit which perform a इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज़ इन अ सोसाइटी. मीन्स जो कोई प्रोडक्शन करे किसी भी चीज़ का, कोई सर्विस अवेलेबल कराए, या कोई भी एक इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी, मीन्स मनी अर्निंग से रिलेटेड कोई भी एक्टिविटी वहाँ पर परफॉर्म की जाती है. सो दैट विल बी द एंटिटी, और जिसके द्वारा वो एक्टिविटी परफॉर्म की जा रही है. इफ़ अ पर्टिकुलर बिजनेस, सो दैट बिजनेस इज एंटिटी, एंड इफ बाय एनी इंडिविजुअल पर्सन, सो दैट इंडिविजुअल पर्सन इज एन एंटिटी. ओके. So according to an entity, an entity means an economic unit which perform economic activities. Okay, some business and businesses are the economic entity. Okay, next one is next accounting terms is, it is 10, entry. What is entry? The financial transactions when we record it in our books of account, so that is entry. Is it clear? कोई भी हमारी बिजनेस ट्रांजेक्शन्स है और उस बिजनेस ट्रांजेक्शन्स को जब हम अपने बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स के अंदर रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं, सो दैट विल बी द एंट्री ऑफ पर्टिकुलर ट्रांजेक्शन. इज इट क्लियर? कोई भी चीज़ को हम रिकॉर्ड करते हैं अपनी बुक्स के अंदर, दैट विल बी द एंट्री ऑफ for particular transaction or for particular events. So a transaction and event when recorded in the books of account is known as an entry. कोई भी इवेंट या ट्रांजेक्शन हो जब हम उसको अपने रिकॉर्ड करते हैं अपनी बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट के अंदर, दैट विल बी द एंट्री. Is it clear? Next one is insolvent. Next transaction is insolvent. Insolvent is that situation when a person or a business entity is not able to pay their debt. कोई भी एक बिजनेस एंटिटी हो या कोई भी पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल पर्सन हो, वो अपने डेप्ट का पेमेंट करने की सिचुएशन में नहीं है, सो दैट विल बी द इंसॉल्वेंट. दैट पर्सन और बिजनेस एंटिटी विल बी द इंसॉल्वेंट, जिसको हम कहते हैं दिवालियापन हो जाना. ओके, सो दैट सिचुएशन इज अ इंसॉल्वेंट और दैट बिजनेस एंटिटी विल बी द इंसॉल्वेंट. सो इंसॉल्वेंट is a person or enterprise which is not in a position to pay its debt. ओके, एक कोई भी पर्सन या कोई एंटरप्राइजेज जो उस पोजीशन में नहीं है कि अपने डेब्ट को पे कर सके, सो दैट पर्सन और एंटरप्राइज विल इंसॉल्वेंट. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट वन इज 11 transactions we covered till now. Next one is 12, that is the proprietor. Basically, proprietor is that person who invested his money to earn profit and take risk against that investment. Means owner of the business. That will be the proprietor. Now it is clear. So the owner of the business, we can say that is the proprietor of the business. But according to the language, if we have to define a person who invests his money in a economic activity to earn profit and take risk against that investment, whatever the investment he has done for that economic activity. Is it clear? So now the person the person who makes the investment and bear all the risk associated with the business is called proprietor. It is clear? Proprietor is that person who invested money to earn profit. That will be the proprietor. Next one is rebate. There is little bit difference in discount and the rebate. Rebate are given on a particular time period and it is also based on a reason. Rebates are given on a particular reason based. Okay, so and that is the amount which is reduced from the list price and which is reduced from the price of sales of goods which is sold by the seller. Okay, and this rebate is given after the sales of goods, whatever the goods already we have sold, but the discount is given at the time of sales. So it is reduction in price allowed by the seller of goods after the goods have been sold. Important. This is the important things. What is it? Allowed by the seller of goods after the goods have been sold. goods को sold करने के बाद जो वो अपने वैल्यू में रिडक्शन करता है, प्राइसेस में रिडक्शन करता है गुड्स की, दैट इज द रिबेट. नेक्स्ट वन इज solvent. We learned there was an insolvent. Insolvent is that person who is not, or that enterprises who is not pay their debt, is not in the position to pay their debt. But solvent is that person who is in the position who can pay their debt in the business. So solvent Is a person, solvent is a person or enterprise, or enterprise which is in a position position to pay its debt. ओके, यहाँ पर ये पोजीशन में नहीं है इंसॉल्वेंट कंडीशन में, बट सॉल्वेंट कंडीशन में दैट इज द पर्सन हु इज इन दिस कंडीशन हु कैन पे हिज डेट. दिस इज द लास्ट transaction of this chapter, financial statement, or the another name of this final accounts. This is that financial statement under which a business shows their financial performance as well as their financial position, by which the all decisions can be taken by the management and the owner and all the related those who have required the information with the business. So they are trading account, profit and loss account of an business, and balance sheet. All these things comes under the financial statement of the business. So these the transactions are there which we have learned today. So students, prepare your notes. The second chapter already completed, and next class we will start next chapter, that is third chapter. So thank you for today. Thank you students.